And Christmas time, it's loading, isn't it? I mean, we're getting close. And in fact, I don't even think it's loading. I mean, I think we're full throttle. I mean, we are full on Christmas celebration right now. And once again, I get excited when it comes to, I get a little bit chipper when it comes to Christmas, right? I mean, there's more bounce in my step. I can feel the excitement building up in my household. In fact, it builds up so much, it's even a little bit scary. But as we start this holiday season, as we're preparing our hearts and our minds for the celebration of Christmas, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge the way that you think and the way that you view things here over the next couple of weeks. And this morning, I want to start off with an unscientific survey. All right, I want to ask you 5 or 6 different questions. And I don't want the right answer. I want the real answer. If you've been in church for a while, you know what the right answer is, right? You know what the politically correct answer is. I'm not looking for the politically correct answer. I'm looking for the truth. And I know some of you out there thinking, Bertzloff, you can't handle the truth. Well, yeah, I can. Okay, I assure you, I can handle it. Okay, and if you don't want to raise your hand, that's fine. But by show of hands, I'm going to ask some of these questions. But I want you to be honest with yourself when you answer these questions, okay? Here's the first one. How many of you believe that if your life was not so hectic, I mean, if you just didn't have so much going on, if you weren't always on the run, if you could create a little bit of free space in your life, a little bit of downtime, how many of you believe that if your life was just not so hectic, you would be much more content? Anybody? Yeah, I mean, if I just didn't have to be so many places at once, I mean, my life, I would be more content. I would be more satisfied, more happy with my life. Or maybe it boils down to a relationship. And you're thinking, if only my relationship with my spouse or my child or my grandchild, if only my relationship was healthier, well, then I'd be more content. I mean, maybe you have a fractured relationship. There's a bumping of heads. Or maybe there's no spark. There's just not as much heat in a relationship right now. And you're thinking, if only I could get that passion back, well, then I would be more content. Or some of you, if I just had a relationship, then I would be more content. I just read one paper, so that's not even research. But I read an article that said 80% of millennials struggle with loneliness, that they're lonely. 61% of adults, us, struggle with loneliness. And so maybe you're thinking to yourself, if only I could develop a relationship, then I would be more happy, I'd be more satisfied, I'd be more content. Or how about this one? We'll make it simple. Okay, how many of you, by show of hands, if you had a new job, now if you're sitting next to your boss, don't raise your hand, but if you had a new job, right, if I just had a different job, if I had a new job, then I would be more content, right? I mean, we just experienced the Great Resignation in August, where 4.3 million Americans walked away from their jobs because they weren't content, they weren't satisfied, they wanted something different. I mean, let's be honest. When I was a kid, man, I wanted to be a rock star. I can't sing, but I wanted to be a rock star. I can't play an instrument, but I wanted to be a rock star, right? We wanted to be police officers or firemen, and we find ourselves stuck in a cubicle. If we just had a new job, then I would be more content. Or how about this? If you just had a bit more coin, okay? Not necessarily Bitcoin, okay, but if you just had more change, more money, if you had just had a little bit more money, then I would be content. I've heard it asked, how much money is enough money? Just a little bit more, right? Just a little bit. If I had just a little bit more, then I would be content. Or what about the reciprocal? Okay, which would be maybe you've got this minimalist mindset. If only I had less stuff. If only I had less stuff to manage, less stuff to worry about, less stuff to take care of, then I would be content. And I know some of you out there are thinking, if Bertzloff would just zip it, I would be more content, right? So you just want me to stop. But I'll maintain that we have been drinking ocean water, the ocean water of the marketing of our culture, of our world. We keep on downing it like it's going to satisfy us, and it doesn't. I think that we have been discipled in discontentment. By our culture, we've been discipled in discontentment, and we're experts in dissatisfaction.